So wholesale has to do with basically selling the contract to buy a property. So let's say I know about a person that is selling a house and it's not listed with a realtor. Well, actually, it could still be listed with a realtor.
Typically, it's not.
A lot of times, this is not a property that has a for sale sign in the yard.
Right.
You find out about it. You get it under contract. Let's say I get it under contract for $100,000. Now I can go shop that contract to other investors and see what they want to pay for it. And so I could go to Kyle and say, hey, this property is actually a pretty good deal at $120,000. Would you like to buy this at $120,000? If you say yes, I can make that $20,000 spread by just selling you the contract.
It's a beautiful thing, and there's zero risk.
Zero risk.
Just got to know the paperwork, which isn't that hard.
Yeah, and I didn't have to come up with the $100,000 to buy it.
You have to come up with zero. You literally go to the title company with both contracts, the one with you and seller number one, right? And then you have buyer number two, because you're buyer number one, buyer number two. Yeah, everybody shows up at the table, and title company essentially cuts your check for your $20,000. Seller gets his, what you guys agreed upon, and everybody's happy. Wholesaling is great if you are honest with the seller, and I think that's the most important thing. Is you gotta let the seller know, at least in my opinion, what your end game is. Sometimes we just don't know. Like, we've bought properties before where our intent was to rehab it, and then maybe another project came up, so we just, during that due diligence time, we just went ahead and sold that contract to somebody else.